The 365 Pro Wrestling.
365 Nation, Eddie Osborne here, and my guest today, Brutal Bruno. You might know him as the Grand Champion, Jordie Taylor. How's it going, man?
Good, brother. But if you look at the credits, it's actually the Bearded Biker, so I'm technically the Bearded Biker, Brutal Bruno. So
I've seen that twice. I'm like, I don't know which one it is.
You can call me QB, bro.
There you go, man. So let's dive right into it. Like, you seen the casting call? You're like, I gotta do this.
Oh, I mean, like, I got the email, and I didn't think I was going to get the opportunity to do so, obviously, because there's a large pool of wrestlers in any place, and I figured that with everyone around here, they'd be looking for someone less. I don't know. I just figured I'd be like too plain, I guess, for it. You know, just like 6'1". I guess Jack guy, whatever the case, is cool and all, but I figured they'd look for variety, whatever. So I just figured that I wouldn't have as an opportunity to do so, but I did it, and I didn't get an email back right away, so I got kind of discouraged, and then I got one, and then I didn't get one for a long time again, so I kind of got re-discouraged, and then I got one. Like, it was a weird situation, but yeah, I was very lucky to get the opportunity. In any case,
that's awesome, man. And then, so you get there. How many days of filming did you guys do?
3. It was a cool. It was a wicked. Like the catering was phenomenal. I probably haven't eaten as good as that in years. I don't think the catering was amazing. We just hung out for the most part. I got to sit in my cool uniform the whole time.
Yeah, pretty sweet gear. Did you get to keep it?
No, but I might be able to buy it when since filming is all wrapped up and it's already out, I guess. Then they said that if it's not essential, then I'd get to keep, or they would call me right away, and then I would get to buy it.
Nice.
So I would get to use it in the ring eventually.
There you go.
That's right.
Other than catering, what was your biggest takeaway from this whole project?
I mean,
I don't know if I mentioned the name of it yet. People, on Netflix, the main event, WWE's movie. It's in Canada, the States, it's everywhere. Check it out, and now we'll continue on with this.
Like, the overall experience, it's just being in that setting, I guess, being in that professional setting where you're, I don't know, like, just like on, I guess, entertainment, I guess, or filming, just TV or whatever the case in general. It's all kind of the same. Like, you're all just like waiting, and then when you go, then you go hard, and then you go wait again. But like, just seeing everything happening all the time. There's so many moving parts. Everything's so professional and high quality. It's some crazy shit. Hanging out with WWE superstars and whatnot, and getting the opportunity to rub shoulders and shit with peers. It was a cool opportunity, to say the least. And the cool thing was, back in the day, in like 2001, there was Ready to Rumble that came out with David Arquette or whatever. But in that movie, there was a character named Fireman Fred, and he had a little segment, and it was when they were trying out for characters, and he's like, "I'm Fireman Fred, and I'm gonna hose you." And I always wanted to be the equivalent to Fireman Fred, and I figured that, like, with the size of segment plus the Fireman Fred, Brutal Bruno, the beginning, like the matching names, I guess, I kind of got that, so that's pretty cool.
That's awesome. And Ready to Rumble was an amazing movie. I love that movie.
I don't know how many times I've watched it, man.
I don't usually bring people's family into too much, but your nieces and nephews must think you're a hero.
Yeah, my nephew especially, he's obsessed with wrestling. So, like, I didn't want to tell him, obviously, let him see, but I mean, it's not something you can hide from a wrestling fan. But yeah, he was very excited to see me on TV, which is a wonderful experience. I don't know, like, I think that's kind of like the best feeling out of all, you know? Like, you're like, oh, well, I'm going to be on TV or whatever the case, but then you just want to see what the person who's a mini version of yourself, like, thinks of it. It's the most proud of.
I can definitely see that being the most proud part of it all. What did you take away from it? Like, what can you use towards your wrestling now to get you even further?
I mean, like, there's connections with acting in wrestling as well. Like, they will kind of coincide with each other. There's like, boosting my name in that, even though it's hard to get in, obviously, would help my name in the other aspect, wrestling wise. That, again, like, it's like when I had the tryout, or when I had the extra work for WWE. It's just like learning the ins and outs of like just seeing there and being able to experience it, you're able to get a taste of what it's like to begin with, so you have a better idea what to do going forward, how to, I guess, it's a crazy experience to see everything happening, that level of professionalism, and just to finally have got there, I guess. It's because like not many people get to, right?
For sure. No, that's amazing. Now, with this whole quarantine thing going on, you dropped a track, you dropped a single. You want to talk more about like before you were doing all the rhyming, you're like, I don't rap. And then, damn it, I had the name of it. The Quarantine
Nation of Isolation, dog.
Yes, Nation of Isolation. How could I forget that? But what brought that out from you? And how's it been sharing it with the world?
I don't know, like sharing it with the world. I mean, like I kind of like once I got past sharing my ass with the world, everything kind of got desensitized, so I don't really care anymore. It's all just kind of whatever the case. But it was, I mean, I was just sitting at home thinking about stuff, and like when you have the things that you like taken away from you, like wrestling, tanning, sex, all the cool stuff, you kind of just get into your head, right? And like when I'm not in video game land with wrestling or whatever the case, then I'm in my head with wrestling, and a lot of things can happen in the amount of time we've been stuck inside, right? So one thing came to another, and I'm like, I mean, I do this. I do like 1/3 versions of it when I do promos anyway, so I might as well just fully just give her, right?
Hell yeah. And have you heard anything, like, has anyone messaged you and said something like, oh, awesome, they enjoyed it, and you thought it was cool that they would enjoy it out of like all the people that are on your Facebook?
I mean, yeah, I've had people to say that it's wicked and whatnot, but like the funny thing too is it's just from a phone, and then I had Nolan put it all together and edit it. But like that's $0, right? It's just straight from a phone.
And that's kind of cool because I was gonna say back in the day, you needed a studio, or like it was like a VCR to your TV to get the track, and then you're playing that and recording on a tape recorder. Now our phones are so handy; it's like you have a studio with you. Like I'm sitting in my truck, looking at the ocean, talking to you right now on this podcast because it's quieter than chilling at my house with my family right now. And I'm like, it's just amazing how you can do this. We just hook up, link up like this, and it's pretty awesome.
A microphone in said phone can be as good as an actual microphone.
And that's wild.
Pretty cool thing, no doubt.
Oh yeah, man. I was thinking about the whole quarantine thing, and if you could pick 3 wrestlers to be in a room with or in a house with, who would you pick?
Damn, man. That's a ridiculous question. Out of all, past, present?
Oh,
I mean, I would just be a mark. I would just be a mark, and I would say my favorite wrestlers, Billy Gunn, DDP, and Scott Hall. And I mean, that would be a pretty entertaining time, I would think, in itself.
I think so. Oh, yeah, man.
You got to do you. I want to hear yours.
Me? I just chill with the homies, man. I get Nolan in there, Haviko in there.
What, you just go local? I mean, come on, bro. Reach for the stars.
I'm missing the local guys. I'm missing my buddies.
I mean, I hang out with them on the regular.
You gotta get the mega powers in there, man. You gotta get Hogan and then Savage, and then you get Miss Elizabeth in there. You sit there and let it what play out.
That would be mental. Holy.
But yeah, man. What are you looking forward to when you are allowed to wrestle again?
When I get in that ring, it's going to be a different me than I've ever been. I mean, when you're cooped up for this long and you're already an animal, you're kind of just waiting to pounce, right? I got all this pent up energy, kind of going a little crazy in my brain.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to keep creating and then come back a new, different me. And it's always more creative and more on point than anybody else around. So you can fucking believe that it's going to be crazy.
Hell yeah, man. I'm excited for it. I'm going to let you go, but can you let everyone know where they can check you out?
Old Greedy Bastard on Facebook and Instagram. I don't do Twitter because it sucks. But yeah, Old Greedy Bastard on everything. And then Jordie Taylor on Facebook as well, I guess.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for doing this. This will be up, and everyone can check them out on the movie, The Main Event, Netflix. You can check them out online, Instagram and Facebook. Old Greedy Bastard, Jordie Taylor. Thanks again, man.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Later, baby.